Hello, everyone. My name is Wendy Higdon, and I'm the Performing Arts Department Chair at Creekside Middle School. And I want to welcome you to our band and orchestra enrollment event happening this year virtually. We are so glad that you are joining us. We are thrilled that your child will be a part of our Creekside band or orchestra this coming school year. I want to take a moment and introduce our staff. As I said, my name is Wendy Higdon, and I am one of the band teachers here. So if your child is learning a woodwind instrument, he or she will be in my classes for their 6th grade year. Mr. Bruff is our other band director, and he is responsible for teaching all the beginning brass and percussion students. If your child is joining our orchestra program playing a string instrument, then Mrs. Sendy will be their teacher. We are so fortunate to have such a great staff of dedicated and talented teachers here at Creekside, and they're going to make your child's experience just absolutely wonderful. All of us have years of experience working with middle school age children, teaching beginners, and we are able to provide not only an environment that's nurturing and supportive of your children, but also one that helps them to achieve at a high level of proficiency. Here in Carmel, our administrative and our community support for the arts is second to none. We are so fortunate that we have wonderful facilities, wonderful equipment, and just all around support for our performing arts programs here. Because of that, the bands and the orchestras in Carmel Clay schools are some of the very best that you will find in Indiana or throughout the United States. Many of our programs have reached national levels of recognition, and our students are achieving far beyond what other programs do in the area. And we're so proud of that, and we're thrilled that your child will be a part of it. So one of the things that I want to discuss is what we ask of our students. I think students, it's important to understand what we expect of you as you're entering our program and what it's going to take for you to be successful and have a great time. So first of all, we do ask that students give their best effort. Try your best. When you need help, ask your teacher or a parent. Let us know how we can support you better. Let us know if something is confusing or it doesn't make sense or you're just having trouble. We're here for you and to help you along your way. It is going to take a little bit of practice time at home in order to be successful. We know that when students play their instruments at home 15, 20 minutes a day, then those students are more successful. They enjoy band or orchestra more, and they have such a feeling of confidence and accomplishment through that. Here in Carmel, we really view our band and our orchestra programs as a 7-year program spanning from grades 6 through 12. And we hope as you enter that it's your plan and your hope that your child will continue all the way through graduation from high school and beyond playing their instruments. But we know that that's a big thought right now when we haven't even started. But we do ask our students to make a minimum 1-year commitment. You're not going to know whether your child's going to be successful at playing an instrument in a week or a month or even 6 months. It takes time for those skills to click. Playing an instrument is challenging, and it doesn't happen overnight. And so by giving your child a year to learn, to grow, to discover, that really helps you to know if this is something that's for him or for her. And then I think most importantly for kids, have fun, enjoy your experience. You're joining something that's really, really special. One of the most well-loved and respected electives that our school has to offer. And it's going to be a great time and a great experience, so enjoy it. For parents, often the question pops up, how can I support my child's music education? This is especially true if you haven't experienced playing an instrument yourself, but there's a lot of things that we can do as parents to support our kids. First of all, keep in mind that you are your child's most important audience. You matter more than anyone else. So as you're encouraging your child, expect that progress in the first several weeks will be slow. I typically find with my students that it's about week 7 or 8 of instruction before things really start to get into a groove and we start to make steady and consistent progress. So be patient. It takes a little time to learn an instrument. As your child is tackling these new skills, be encouraging. Reward their effort. The sounds in the beginning are not pretty. You will hear lots of screeches and squawks and squeaks and all kinds of interesting noises. Reward your child's effort. Reward their stick-to-itiveness, their perseverance. And that's going to go a long way to helping them feel good about what they're doing. Help them to establish a practice schedule, one that happens regularly. Listen to your child play. Have them perform a little song that they're working on, or maybe even just a few notes. Anything that shows your interest is going to be valuable. You may want to consider private lessons with a specialist on your child's instrument. Those are widely available. We can help you to find people who would be great working with your child. If your child's playing a string instrument, we do have a list of teachers in the area. If they're playing a band instrument, there are some of the best teachers in Central Indiana teach out of Carmel High School, and we have a wonderful program that's there, and we can help you to get set up with that if that's something that you desire for your child. And then finally, I'll link in Canvas the 3 things that parents need to tell their children when they start to learn a musical instrument article. It's just a wonderful resource and has some great suggestions for you as a parent to help your child. In terms of practice, again, we mentioned 15, perhaps 20 minutes a day is a really good amount for the beginning student. Make sure that your child works toward goals, not just watching the clock, filling the time. It's helpful if it can be a regular part of their schedule and their routine along with homework and other activities. And keep in mind, parents, that most kids need those reminders to practice their instrument. It's not going to happen on their own. We do typically offer a summer jumpstart program. With our current situation with the coronavirus, we don't know where we're going to be in June. And so everything is certainly going to be considered as we get closer to that date, whether or not we need to make changes to this program. But I do want to let you know what it is planned to look like so that you can be aware. We're scheduled right now to meet June 1st through the 12th. It's a 10-day camp, Monday through Friday, 50 minutes a day at Carmel Middle School. Classes are in the morning, and the class times are based on the instrument that your child plays. So the students meet in like instrument classes, all flutes together, all violins together, all clarinets together, all trumpets together, so that we can really give them targeted instruction in the beginning that's very instrument specific, because every instrument is played differently. We will keep you apprised on the status of those classes. Should we be able to move forward? Should we have to cancel? Should we have to look at perhaps trying to schedule more towards the end of the summer? We will keep you posted, and certainly we're going to keep your child's safety in mind as we make those decisions and as the district makes those decisions. If your child cannot attend our summer courses, we would first of all encourage you to attend some days if possible. If you're going to be gone for a vacation or a camp, but you can attend part-time, that's still helpful. It gives them a little bit of experience in a smaller classroom environment with more hands-on, more adults in the room. It really does make a huge difference. It might be possible for you to take summer private lessons. Our private instructor staff right now is doing online lessons through the quarantine period, and that might be a possibility, or hopefully by summer we'll be back to being able to see one another. But summer private lessons would be a great way to get that experience if the summer course that we offer doesn't fit into your schedule. And it is possible to catch students up in the fall. It is more difficult for your child. It's a little more stressful for your child, but certainly we can do that if that is what is best for your family. Looking at whether you should rent an instrument or purchase. We always recommend renting at first. That gives you and your child to find out how this is all going to work with a minimum of financial outlay. When you decide to purchase, stick with trusted brands and stores. There are a lot of low quality instruments, knockoffs, and counterfeits out there. And if you don't know what you're looking for, sometimes something that looks like a great bargain, a great deal, can end up causing a lot of frustration for you and your child. So please do use extreme caution with internet auction sites, online retailers, and wholesale price clubs. A lot of the instruments that you'll find in those locations we have found just are not good quality. They don't play in tune. They're difficult to play. They don't make good sounds. And once they break, and they will break because they're made of substandard and softer materials, they're almost impossible to repair. So do let us help you if you're deciding to purchase an instrument. Reach out to us. We're happy to do anything we can. Everyone needs to purchase a starter pack, and we sent some information about the starter pack in your email that you received at the end of February. It is your best deal financially to get your child everything that they need to begin playing. School-owned instruments. Bassoons and tubas are Creekside owned. You will not be renting from a music store or purchasing these instruments. These are provided by the school. In the case of tubas, your child will have 2 tubas, one for school and one for home, so that they don't have to transport that instrument on the bus. Other large instruments like cello, string bass, French horn, and euphonium will, once school begins, have an instrument that they keep at school that's Creekside owned, and then you will rent an instrument that will stay at home, again, to avoid that transportation on the bus. We can't wait to have you as part of our Creekside Band and our Creekside Orchestra. We want to welcome you to the program. We look forward to seeing you in person. We look forward to getting to know you and your child. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if there's anything else that we can do to help you. Take care.